So even if you have not been a part of self-improvement, if you have been a part of the internet for long enough, you probably know what No Nut November is, and it is here. Right now I'm recording this video on the 1st of November, but this video will probably be uploaded like a few days later because of editing. So in this video, I'm not actually going to be telling you how you can succeed in No Nut November, but giving you some tips to how you can be good at this thing. So I will try to keep this video a bit shorter because I don't actually have that much time. I have to go work out a few minutes from now. So I will just cover this topic as quickly as possible. So what I'm about to tell you is actually pretty easy, something that you can do. Now, it might be really hard for many people to actually be able to hold yourself back for like 30 days. And I'll tell you that this is not a challenge for 30 days. This should be something you do for a lifetime. Like for example, I drink water every day. It's not like I'm not gonna drink water and I will only drink water in November. That's not how this works. You have to drink water if you want to stay alive. So just like that, think about this thing. This should be a part of your lifestyle. This is your lifestyle. You don't waste your seed. Alright, you don't do the stupid challenges like seed retention or something. So listen to me carefully. If you have a physical calendar at your home, and even if you don't have a physical calendar, that doesn't really matter. Just use the calendar on your phone or your PC if you have one, or your laptop, and think of it like this. You are going to try to stop yourself from wasting your seed, right? That is what your goal is going to be. But let's just say you fail. So your goal is actually going to be to not waste your seed and not do the deed as much as possible. Alright, so maybe use the software Paint and draw a green tick on those days where you don't do the deed, and draw a red cross on those days where you do the deed. And your goal is to keep the red crosses as low as possible, or maybe just no crosses at all. Now you have to understand that just because you fail one day, that doesn't mean that the whole challenge is lost. Alright, it's like you're in a battle and you got maybe a cut on your hand and you're like, oh, I lost the battle, and then you just give up. That's not how that works. That's just a cut. That's not gonna do anything. It will heal in a few days or so. You're gonna keep fighting the battle. You're not gonna stop. So thinking it like that, you can say that you don't actually have to stop that challenge if you think of it as a challenge, but you shouldn't, because this isn't a challenge. Like for example, imagine a situation of a person. Let's just say the name of the person is Mr. A. And Mr. A has an addiction of stabbing himself every day. So like every morning he goes to the kitchen, takes the kitchen knife, and then just stabs his right hand or left hand, and then he maybe puts a bandage on it or maybe goes to the doctor, and then he is like, I should stop doing this thing because this is really painful. And after that he stops stabbing himself for maybe like 2-3 days, and he's like, yay, I have a 3-day streak of not stabbing myself. I mean, what stupid person would stab himself or herself? That's just stupid, right? So just think of it like that. You're not going to waste your seed at all, because why would you? That is a very vital part of your body. That is a source of energy for your body that can be used for many things. You can transmute it. You have probably heard this in other videos, and if you have not,
let me explain.
This energy can actually be used in other things. Any goals that you chase in your life. For example, working out, or maybe making content like me, or It could be anything, maybe competing in school against some other students. Maybe you like playing basketball or something. There's many things you can do other than wasting your seed. It is a source of energy. When you waste your seed, you get tired, right? You're never strong after doing the deed. So why would you do that? You should never do that. But I know it's hard to control. For me too, I'm no different than you. I did the deed like literally yesterday, but I did it only once. I'm not celebrating it. I'm also going to be with you in this challenge, in this No Nut November challenge, and every day from now, like November 1st to November 30th, I will post a community post at the end of every day to tell you if I have failed or if I have succeeded. And this is actually really helpful. This is a tip, you can note it down or just remember it, that if you have accountability, and what is accountability exactly? It means that you have some person or maybe a group of people watching over you. If you it or not, you will probably not do that because there are people that actually are looking at you, are watching you constantly or know what you're doing, right? Think of it this way. There is a guy with a camera who is going to be following you all day long 24/7, and that camera is basically telecasting all the footage live onto maybe YouTube or Twitch or whatever platform you can think about, or maybe live news or something. And then obviously you wouldn't do the deed because the camera is watching you. Now let's just say the camera doesn't follow you to the bathroom, but if you take the phone to the bathroom, the camera will follow you because the camera is in your phone. Understand? So that way, when you think of it like, yeah, someone's constantly watching me, then you wouldn't actually do the deed. So now obviously there isn't a camera watching you, but there is God. Alright? Then think of it like this. God is constantly watching you, and if you do the deed, He will see it, and how shameful it will be, right? And do the calendar thing that I told you. It is actually going to be really helpful. That way you can see how much progress you made. And as I am going to be making community posts about me either succeeding or not succeeding in every day of No Nut November, you can actually comment down on every post to tell if you succeeded or not. And just because you fail one day doesn't mean that the whole challenge is destroyed, right? Like I maybe failed one day, let's just say November 3rd. That doesn't mean that I'm just gonna then waste my seed every single day of November. No, I will not. I will just restart the challenge the next day, right? So don't lose all hope if you fail one day, because one day is just nothing. And don't do it twice, even if you fail. Like if you fail once, no problem, just forget about it and just stop yourself from doing it twice, right? Because when you do it once, you get that post-nut clarity. That will actually probably stop you from doing it the second time if you think about this, that you're not actually failing the challenge. Maybe you can think of it like a video game where there are certain quests that are not necessary to complete for the sake of completing the game, but they are still important if you want 100% completion. Now if you want 100% completion, you gotta do every single side quest, you gotta find every single hidden treasure and everything. Even if you leave some of it, that doesn't mean that you actually didn't finish the game, because you did. So that is how you are going to do the No Nut November. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And yeah, this is the end of the video. If you like the video, like the video. If you didn't like it, then you can dislike it, but please tell me in the comments down below why you liked this video or disliked it. If you have any opinions to share, you can also share them down in the comments below. And if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out.